Halloween Kills is a 2021 American slasher film directed by David Gordon Green and co-written by Green and Danny McBride and Scott Teems. It is a sequel to 2018's Halloween and the 12th installment of the Halloween franchise. The film stars Jamie Lee Curtis and James Jude Courtney, who reprises their role as Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. Judy Greer and Addie Matichak and Will Paxton also reprise their role from the previous film, with Anthony Michael Hall and Thomas Maine joining the cast. The film, which begins where the previous film ended, sees Strode and her family continuing to feud off with Michael Myers, this time with the help of the Haddonfield community. Alright, let's get into the plot of Halloween Kills. On October 31st, 1978, Deputy Frank Hawkins accidentally shoots his partner dead while trying to save him from Michael Myers. He also prevents Dr. Samuel Loomis from executing Myers. 40 years later, on October 31st, 2018, after being stabbed and left for dead by Dr. Santane, Hawkins is found by Cameron, who calls for an ambulance. Hawkins regrets not allowing Michael's execution and vows to kill him. Meanwhile, Tommy Doyle celebrates the 40th anniversaries of Michael's imprisonment along with fellow survivors Marion Chambers, Lindsay Wallace, and Cameron's father, Lonnie Lamb, having each survived an encounter with Michael in 1978. Firefighters respond to Laurie Strode's burning house, where they encounter Michael, who slaughters them with their own equipment. Laurie and her daughter Karen and her granddaughter Allison are taken to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, where Laurie undergoes emergency surgery. Michael attacks Laurie's neighbors, first killing the husband by stabbing him in the neck, then impaling his wife's throat with a fluorescent light tube, and then starts walking back to Haddonfield. Tommy, Madison, and Lindsay and Lonnie learn that Michael's killing spree through the wireless emergency alert. Bar Patreon Vanessa supposedly encounters Michael in her car, but the driver crashes and escapes unnoticed. Tommy forms a mob of vigilantes, Haddonfield's residents, to hunt down and kill Michael. Karen is informed that Michael is still alive and withholds the information from Laurie to allow her to recover. Allison reconciles with Cameron, her ex-boyfriend, and she joins Tommy's mob to avenge her own father's death. Laurie and Hawkins both awaken in the same room and reminisce about their former relationship, while warning the Haddonfield community to stay inside their houses. Marion, Vanessa, and her husband Marcus are killed by Michael. Lindsay escapes and is found alive by Tommy, Lonnie, Allison, and Cameron. The group map out Michael's path and his victim's location and decide that he is heading towards his childhood home. Tommy then takes Lindsay to the hospital to reunite with the former Haddonfield Sheriff Lee Brackett, whose daughter Annie was killed in 1978, and informs Laurie about Michael's survival. Across town, Michael murders the current owners of his home, and Laurie prepares to leave the hospital. Lance Tivoli, a fugitive convict from Smith Grove Psychiatric Hospital and the driver of Vanessa's car, who escaped alongside Michael when the bus crashed, arrives at the hospital and is mistaken for Michael. Tommy's mom pursues him through the hospital before Karen realizes that he is not Michael. Despite her attempts to calm the mob to help Lance, he jumps out of a window to his death. Lori urges Karen to work with Tommy and Brackett to hunt down Michael. Elsewhere, Lonnie enters Michael's former home alone and is killed. Allison and Cameron rush inside to find his corpse before being attacked by Michael, who murders Cameron. As Michael prepares to kill Allison, Karen appears and stabs him in the back with a pitchfork, and then she steals his mask and taunts him to follow her. She leads Michael into Tommy's mob, who swarm, attack, and seemingly kill him. The mob disperse. Michael recovers and massacres the remaining members of the mob, including Tommy and Brackett. Now back at the Myers home, Karen goes upstairs to investigate why Allison recovers. Michael appears and stabs Karen to her death in Judith Myers' old bedroom. And as Lori starts to head out of the hospital. Alright, man, so that was Halloween Kills, the whole plot, the whole movie, and my final thoughts on it was that after watching Halloween Ends and how it was supposed to be the end of the trilogy, it really wasn't. Halloween Kills was the end of the Michael Myers storyline, and Michael wins, and he just goes off to look out his bedroom mirror, just do whatever freaking evil wants to do. And Halloween Ends was this totally different movie, and so we really got the end of the trilogy with the original from John Carpenter in 1978, and then 2018 was part 2, and then Kills was, you know, the final one of the trilogy, and then you got your anthology film and the final one that we got. So yeah, really dig this fucking movie. I like it even more now. Like, I rewatched it and did this review on it. I really do enjoy this one a lot more, but I did do a ranking list, and I believe this is high up on there, so maybe go and check that video out. But overall score on this one, I would definitely give it an 8.5 is where I'm sitting at this. And on my pretty much ranking list, we're gonna go from the Halloween, all 13 films, and number 1 is going to be a 10-0 all the way down to number 13. So 8.5 out of my little scale there. Definitely go check this movie out if you haven't, but if you watch this video to the end, you just saw the whole movie. And y'all keep it whore, and give me a sub and a like down below. Let me know any comments about it. Tell me how bad you hate this movie, because I know a lot of people think this movie's dumb as shit, but I think it's fucking badass. And like I said, fuckers